promised to share my story about how I survived what would have been, only God knows, probably a catastrophic, a fatal accident where, in fact, you guys will be wondering, this auntie, we used to see this auntie online. What happened to her? What happened to her? Before somebody that knows somebody will now eventually say that, oh, I don't know, that Morocco journey that she went to, she never came back. I could have been with my ancestors 2 nights ago. I could have been my ancestor. So let me share that story. And one thing that I want to take away from that story is the fact that, well, I'll teach you some things, just travel tips, travel safety tips. But take away the fact that our life is in our hands. The fact that you are alive today, in fact, yes, is by God's grace. But God has given us free will. So the fact that you're alive today, the fact that you're where you are today, has a lot to do with 1 or 2 or 3 things that you know, 1 or 2 or 3 decisions that you have made so far. So this is what happened to me. Right now, I'm in Morocco. I'm in a place in Morocco. In fact, where I am in Morocco, Europe is across the water. Apparently, you can drive to Spain here, just a couple of hours. I didn't even know that. And one of the lessons I'm going to teach with my story is, if you're ever traveling out of your area, whether you are traveling for leisure, you're traveling for business, try to do some research. Take a little time, search Google, learn about the area. What transportation is best? Do some research. And I always do some research before I leave my house to go to a new country. But you see this trip, guys, I entered the road for this trip on a Tuesday. I bought my ticket on a Sunday night. I made the decision to go on this trip on a Sunday night. This is literally my most impromptu trip of 2023 and my most impromptu trip of my life, quite honestly. I'm glad I'm alive. But quite honestly, not doing my research could have cost me my life. It could have cost my family a lot of pain. So number one, when I travel, I like to see different parts of the country that interests me. I don't just go for going sick. But this Morocco that I came to, Marrakesh was of interest to me. Casablanca was of interest to me. And a small town called Chefchaouen was of interest to me. Those 3 places, I wanted to see them. In fact, I wanted to see Chefchaouen more than every other place. It was my friend and travel partner that was like, Marrakesh and Casablanca, for sure now. That's the main places people want to see. So, of course, I saw the things I wanted to see over there. So we flew into Marrakesh. I already did a little bit of research to know that Marrakesh to Casablanca is 3 hours on the road. Casablanca to the area by Chefchaouen, where I plan to stay, is about 4.5 hours on the road. Me, I don't mind road trips. But whenever I travel, I don't mind paying for the best drivers. Because I'm Nigerian and I know I'm in Africa. So I know safety is very paramount, especially when you don't know the region. So I always go check into a Marriott hotel. Shout out Marriott Bonvoy. I've been traveling with them for 17 plus years now. Actually, over 18 years now. Traveling with Marriott Bonvoy. But I always book a Marriott hotel. And typically they are quality hotels, especially outside America. And I tell the concierge at the hotel to book me a taxi. Most times they only work with the best drivers. So typically I get the best drivers. I'm not a budget traveler. There's a reason why. For me, safety is number 1. I don't even know how to haggle price. Whenever you tell me a price and it's so expensive, I start thinking about how can I make more money? It looks like I'm getting poor. I don't haggle price with anybody. I just ask to give me the best that I want for my desires, for my use, and I move on. So this time, God bless her, my friend who I traveled with, she's very rich. In fact, you should have me. But a lot of people, just like even my sisters, they like deals. So the driver who the hotel got for us, that took us from Marrakesh to Morocco, was willing, Marrakesh to Casablanca, was willing to leave Marrakesh, come to Casablanca to pick us, to bring us to this side. Clean car, clean driver, over here. If you are coming here, make sure you go and learn how to speak French. Or have your translator. unless you know how to speak Arabic, because most of them cannot speak English. Even in the Marriott Hotel, some people cannot speak English. I was surprised, but that is what it is. But this driver, good command of English, clean driver, clean car, Mercedes car, my spec. This guy offered to come up, and I just said yes. In fact, I wish I had just said yes. My friend was darling, oh the price, oh we should get cheaper. Oh, in the space of all that, because we have very little time, we did not book the driver. Not only did we not book the driver, we now confirm even to the hotel that we are in to book us a better driver in time. So by the time we woke up, it was late, but we still had a schedule, because she was even leaving, that she already left, right? So she was leaving very soon, so we had to get there that day. And what did we do, brothers and sisters? We did something I would tell you to never ever do when you are in a foreign country. Don't just go on the streets and pick up any driver to drive you long distance. We left Casablanca at the hotel about 4 p.m. We still wanted, it was Sunday, she's Muslim, we wanted to stop at the mosque to pray, and thank God we did. We told this driver to stop us at the ordinary shop to buy biscuits. The man could not even do that one, could not even deliver. You should have known something was off when a local taxi driver could not take us to a local supermarket to buy one biscuit I wanted to buy. We entered road. The first thing was that, I told you we left the hotel at 4. Before we left the city of Casablanca, it was almost 6 p.m. This man was just perambulating. He would stop, do this one, stop. It took us a while to realize he was asking people for directions to get into the highway. That is the driver that we have hired to take us 4.5 hours across the country. And it started getting dark. But you know, we're not even worried. But you know, if you pray to God, there's always a God factor in your life. The God factor in our life was that because we were so tired from the night before, we slept. In fact, we both missed breakfast. We slept till like 1 or 2 p.m. that day. So we're wide awake. Because if we had slept in that car, I would not be here talking to you. I would have been dead. If we had slept, that was really our saving grace, that we were wide awake. Because it wasn't too long. In fact, from that 6 o'clock, we finally entered the highway. It wasn't too long. This man, the next thing we hear, I don't know if you are in a country where they actually have shoulders. You know, the side of the road have some rough ridges, really to wake up tired drivers. But what we were hearing was the car going brrrr, brrrr. And so the car, they tried to go out of the road. I saw my friend begin shout, blood of Jesus. And listen, we were driving in places where, all these places, in fact, I will show you a little bit of my view right now. Very mountainous. And if you've driven around mountain area, you will know that they have a lot of cliffs. Where be said, you will come out for road, go jam banister, whatever they call that thing at the end of the road. No, you will come out road, enter into a pit of hell. You are falling down to your death. Nobody will even find it, confirm whether it's you that died or someone else that died. That's how this man was driving us off the road. Tell me, my friend was screaming. At that time, we begged this guy that this thing was so bad. My friend and anxiety attack were screaming. Like, this guy was not only tired and sleepy, refused to drink coffee, because this time my friend was literally having a downright panic attack, screaming, no, park this car, go and buy coffee, this one, that one. Do you know, at the end of the day, in fact, I tell my single friends, and this one, the men among us might not like it, but it's just the way I feel. It's just the way I feel. I tell my single friends, as you are praying to God to give you better husband, maybe 99 days straight, they pray to God, they fast, say, God, give me better husband. Take one day to thank God you don't have a man. Because the way some men think is very dangerous. These things some people like to call ego, very dangerous. Do you guys know that because my friend was shouting and this man must drink coffee, this man refused to drink coffee. He stopped at the gas station. He said, no, he's not sleeping. He's not sleeping. He doesn't need coffee. He's okay. That's what we did. In fact, If that guy was driving automatic, I would have taken that car and driven myself. Because it was a stick shift. I don't even know how to drive stick shift. The guy no great drink coffee. Now, so after wasting more time, I told my friend, listen, if we stay here till tomorrow, it's more dangerous. These are all rural areas. This is somebody's village. I know they might not have kidnapping like that in Nigeria, but you can't trust everybody. We can't sit here. We don't even have phone to call anybody. Our phones was not working. No internet, nothing. So now, so we carry this man, though. But brothers and sisters, I tell you that 4.5 hours of journey that ended up being 6 hours was hellfire on earth. Because not only was this man tired, sleeping, and trying to kill us, take us into hell straight, just literally the pit of hell straight. This man could not see. I should have known when this guy looked like older than my father. He couldn't see. That is, I've never seen like this how you be driving. You will see the car in front of you like this before the guy will now start changing lane. Hey God, no, you guys, seriously, if you thank God for me, please keep thanking him, because let me just let you know, this is truly, I know people. One of my friend's brother went to a country, South America, never came back. The parents till today never saw body to bury. It happens a lot. And this is how, because if that guy had fallen off that cliff, there is nobody that is going to the bottom of a mountain to go and see who was the person that fell off. America going to call, everyone's going to call. They go say, hotel will say, no, they left here so time. Even they can't find the man's family, they will say, well, he never came back too. That is all my family would have known. So, but anyway, just you guys, if you're ever traveling, please be careful. Even if you're someone that likes bargain, don't let bargain make you forget important things. We should not have traveled at night, number one. We should have cancelled our plans and traveled during the day. Number two, you should have looked at the driver, make sure he was even a good driver. If you're going to get a budget, make sure you're not getting less quality, because let me blow your mind. And it's a good way to segue into this money talk. Let me blow your mind. The driver that was the quality driver was going to charge us $225 for this drive. This shitty driver, worst driver on earth, charged us $200. Only $25 we were saving. Let me blow your mind even further. By the time this driver stopped us in this hotel and saw how fine it was, he told us that no, the money for here is $300. He wanted to charge us extra $100 after dropping us here. That coffee he refused to drink on the road because my friend, I guess, insulted him by telling him the truth that he needed coffee, and because he shouldn't be trying to kill us. He came here, balanced, drank cups and cups of coffee. But anyway, the moral of the story is this. You see this life we are living. You can decide to live a quality life. You can decide to learn from this live session. Make money and enjoy your life. Or you can decide to do not change. Stay where you are and keep your limiting beliefs.